8:47 this morning, we are asking the attorney your legal questions. I'm happy to have attorney Kim Sudnick from the Haymond Law Firm joining me this morning. Kim, good morning. We're going to get right to the question from Adriana P., who wrote in to say, a drunk driver crashed right into the front of my house and I was injured by the debris from the wreck. Who is responsible for fixing my house and paying my medical bills? And how long will that take?
Well, Adriana, thank you for the question. So the answer is that there are several potential people to make a recovery from. The first one is, of course, the driver of the vehicle. And then also the supplier of the alcohol for the drunk driver is another defendant. And then there would also be underinsurance for the household. So the home where the car crashed through has residents. And if they have motor vehicle policies in their household, their underinsurance coverage would kick in possibly too. But you know, it sounds like there's going to be a lot of property damage. And I'm hoping Adriana is going to recover from her personal injuries, and she definitely has a personal injury claim if she has injuries. But the property damage claim, the policy limit on the at-fault driver might be lower than what her damages are. So Adriana would also want to put her homeowner's policy on notice, so she preserves some rights in case she needs to get her own homeowner's property damage money.
One quick question. I imagine the time it's going to take to resolve the destruction of the house is going to be a lot shorter than the time you might want it to take to resolve the injuries, because you need time to figure out just how bad the injuries are.
You know, Tim, you would think it would go that way, but if you've ever dealt, sometimes contractors can have delays. So, yeah, it probably would settle first or resolve first on the property damage end. And one thing I would tell Adriana is to get her own estimate from a trusted source. Who would you normally call as a plumber? Who would you normally call as an electrician? To make sure you're getting the right estimates from people that you trust. And of course, we hope Adriana's personal injuries recover, and that she also should know that she has a claim against the other driver's motor vehicle liability policy, potentially against the supplier of alcohol if it's a bar that knew or should have known they served someone while intoxicated. Then there is a potential claim against them. Short notice period on that. And Adriana asked the question earlier about how long would it take. All these separate claims may take different time periods. For example, the DRAM case, there's a short notice period to put a bar or restaurant. DRAM is a fancy legal term for when you make a claim against a bar or restaurant. If you make a claim against someone's house or when they're having a social host party, that's called a social host liability. But when you make a claim against a bar or restaurant, that's called a DRAM. There's a short notice period to put that company on notice. And then there's also the underinsurance coverage for the household as well.
It's more complex than you'd think. So thank you so much, Kim Sudnick, for breaking it down. Good to see you again. And as always, 1-800-HAYMOND or HaymondLaw.com is where you can go if you would like to ask the attorney your legal questions. All right.